Pisces, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your small story reading for the month of January. So for those of you who are new, for these readings, I choose a book off the shelf that seems to want to speak to you. I turn to a passage at random and I will read that to you. Then we will look to cards to see how we can further illuminate what comes through the text. Okay, so this small story is already sending me down quite a rabbit hole, Pisces, that is quite fascinating, and I thank you for it. We're starting with the Book of Stones. Okay, classic here, who they are and what they teach. It's looking at crystals, and I turned right to clear quartz. All right, so we're looking right at clear quartz today, Pisces, and specifically the ability of clear quartz to amplify, magnify the energies that it comes in contact with, and also its electrical conducting ability. Okay, so I'm specifically drawn to this passage. Crystal quartz exhibits the property of piezoelectricity, which we will get into, by which it can transform mechanical energy, for example, pressure, into electromagnetic energy and vice versa. This makes it useful in such devices as crystal radios, microphones, watches, radio transmitters, etc. Okay, and then there's another passage over here that says, its structure and range of resonance allow it to amplify any energy with which it moves into resonance. It will amplify the energy of any other stone and can be used to make the energies of smaller stones more easily felt. Because of its ability to amplify any frequency of energy, it makes an excellent ally in healing and prayer work. Because of its storm element energy, that's the element it's associated with in this book, it is most active on the nervous system and connective tissues of the body, which brings me back to piezoelectricity. Okay, so we take this rabbit hole and we put it over here. And we take this rabbit hole and we open it right up. Okay, so as many of you know, I have a background in body work. And so when they're speaking to me of piezoelectricity, the nervous system, connective tissue, I'm like, ding, ding, ding. Okay, clear quartz is talking directly to the piezoelectric conductivity that is available to us through our connective tissue in the body. Okay, so this brings me to the bodywork handbook here called Job's Body, and we're looking at this section on piezoelectric, the piezoelectric effect. Here we go. Stay with me. This is going to be worth it, I can already tell. One of the properties of connective tissue is that it behaves, connective tissue, fascia, same thing. It's this web that essentially holds us all together. If you peel an orange, you know, the white stuff that can help the orange hold its shape even without its outer layer of skin, that is a good metaphor for connective tissue. Great. One of the properties of connective tissue is that it behaves like a liquid crystal, quartz, becoming more gel-like and solid when it is cooler and more sol-like, SOL, and fluid when warmer. This is called a thixotropic effect, thixotropy. Essentially, you apply heat to the tissue and it will soften, become more fluid. You apply ice to the tissue, it will harden, become more gel-like. Great, I think we get it. This potential for warming and softening is one of the principal therapeutic effects of hands-on manipulation and can allow for considerable restructuring and reconstituting of connective tissue. There is another more recently appreciated property of connective tissue structures that greatly enhances this thixotropic effect and also adds a wide variety of energetic as opposed to simply structural functions of the connective webbing as well. Collagen belongs to a class of crystalline arrays of molecules that is called piezoelectric. Here we go. Same principle that's available in clear quartz, which I have around my neck, by the way. Piezo is a Greek root meaning to press or squeeze. There's the pressure, the mechanical force. And piezoelectric crystals generate spontaneous electricity when they are distorted by pressure. So the quartz, under pressure, through contact with something else that creates pressure, will generate spontaneous electricity. The entire connective tissue matrix is an electrical generator producing fields of current wherever pressure or movement is taking place. And this energy production has a great deal to do with the warmth and thixotropic responsiveness of fascia and connective tissue. Okay? This whole passage goes on to talk about how collagen structures are also semiconductors of these electric currents that they are generating. So not only is movement of the body, okay, so we move our body and we are creating mechanical force. I squeeze my arm, I create a pressure, a mechanical force that is essentially creating spontaneous electricity conducted in that area that I am squeezing onto. Okay, and the collagen structures that are present underneath the skin are conductors of this electricity. So they help to send signals to the rest of our body. Hey, something's being squeezed. Let's send some messages. So listen, Pisces, how is all this applying to you? We're going to find out for sure with the cards. But there's already something coming through here for me about the fact that quartz, clear quartz, is sort of this universal, neutral amplifier of energies, conductor of energies, keeper of energies. And that feels like you, Pisces. It feels like your empathetic qualities, the empathetic qualities that are typically associated with Pisces energy, is incredibly sensitive and has the ability to sort of absorb whatever is around them and or amplify the emotional electric energy that is happening around you. Now listen, in your pre-shuffle of the Next World Tarot, the Eight of Wands came out. And in this particular deck, it is named Direct Action. We see this sort of like winds pushing this person forward at high speeds, which speaks to me of that movement energy. This is one of the biggest cards in the tarot when it comes to energetic, electric movement, moving you forward. And so there's something that you are perhaps conducting through your movements at this time, Pisces, that is very potent. Not unlike the piezoelectric effect in the body, under pressure, under movement, and not unlike the piezoelectric effect of quartz, clear quartz, crystal. My mind is already like, whoa, this is exciting. Okay, let's shuffle these cards and see what else wants to come out. How can we further illuminate this story of the piezoelectricity that is inherent in clear quartz and in our bodies for Pisces? One more shuffle here, and then we're going to spread out the cards, and I'm going to choose two more at random, and I'm going to include the Eight of Wands. Okay, so let's choose this card here and this card here. What have we got? The Three of Wands. Wow, Pisces, what's going on? You're doing something major. Check this progression. We're going right to left this time. It goes Three of Wands, Eight of Wands, the Sun. See the forward movement? Choo, choo, choo. We're going from a state of not moving here in the Three of Wands. In this deck, it's called foresight. Essentially doing the research, gathering the materials, gathering the information that you need in order to move forward with the Eight of Wands towards something that brings you a whole lot of happiness here and illumination and firepower with the Sun. This is all wands. Fire, 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 which to me is like, could also be seen as electricity, electricity, electricity. This is really major here, Pisces. What's interesting to me about, oh wow, look at this. I think it's supposed to be a ship or something in the background, but it looks to me like a huge piece of clear quartz or like clear crystal. Does it not? That's kind kind of creepy and awesome. In fact, the whole landscape sort of looks to be this clear quartz world. And what's funny about the clear quartz is that, you know, spiritually people believe that, and have believed through many different cultures, that you can actually program a clear quartz with an intention or a certain energy to carry a very specific energetic effect, and or have a very specific energetic effect on the things around it. And so what I'm getting from this Three of Wands is you actually collecting the information needed to program your intention and create the movement needed to start conducting that electricity, that piezo electric effect, to start generating this like spontaneous conduction and creation of electricity that moves whatever plans you're trying to make here forward towards absolute full illumination. It's interesting that we're talking about the nervous system too, Pisces, because the Sun card for me is where the nervous system can relax. We see this like beautiful child figure just at ease, blooming among the sunflowers, basking in the radiance of the sun and pointing to the sun as the source, honoring the sun as the source. The sun that keeps us all warm and alive and fed. And the sun that within us, the light within us that leads our way towards illumination. I'm getting the image of the heat, the lava at the core of the earth, the fire at the core of the earth is essentially like a sun encased by the earth. You could think of it that way. And so it's like we all have this sun inside of us that is this fire, this electric potential that's right at our core, that is encased by this outer shell. And it seems to be, you seem to be realizing that inner core, that inner electric potential here with something moving forward, Pisces. And it's moving forward at the speed of light with real strength of electric conduction behind it, because you've done the research. You've put the plans in place and now you're ready to go. You've focused your intention and here we go. We're moving forward. And yeah, you know, Pisces, I would say that clear quartz could be a huge ally for you at this time to focus your intentions and amplify that energy all around you to move towards whatever this is that you are working to manifest. Whatever this is that you are moving forward with or manifesting seems to be something that is bringing quite a lot of ease into your nervous system. I keep getting this image of like the core of the sun at the core of you, and also the sun outside of you, like warming your face and creating that thixotropic effect of softening. Applying heat to the tissues, the heat of the sun, for example, creates a softening. Turns that connective tissue from a more solid gel-like state to a soft, fluid-like state. That's what we're doing. There's a buildup of research and then bam, we move forward. And in order to move forward, there is a softening, a becoming fluid that needs to happen here in terms of conducting electricity. And things need to be soft and pliable to conduct electricity as well. They don't need to be, but in the body, softened tissues can communicate easier with one another. At least that's my experience of the body. Whereas like hardness can create blockage and it's harder to conduct and harder to move. We all have that experience of stiff joints makes it harder to move. There's a softening that is both the process of this forward movement for you and, it seems, the goal of this forward movement. whatever that is for you, Pisces, I don't know. We're going to now take this reading into an extended where I will use other decks to begin to clarify and see exactly what this situation is. So if it seems to be resonating with you so far and your interest is piqued here, I encourage you to stick around. At the end, I'm going to put a little preview of what this extended reading is going to get into so that you can see if it's resonating with you or not. And if it is, click the link in the description below and that will take you over to Vimeo where you can view that extended reading instantly. Okay, so if it sounds like something you want to do, maybe I'll see it over there. You can join me on Vimeo. If not, Pisces, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading and you're picking up what I'm putting down, just click that like button. It helps to help the channel grow. And if you haven't already, subscribe. All right, Pisces, thanks for joining me, and maybe I'll see you in the extended. Talk to you soon. And in order to look out at the horizon towards your future, you've got to get up high and you've got to get that perspective on your past. And it's like from that higher vantage point, Pisces, I think you get a different perspective on your past and you can see things a little more clearly. How you behaved, how that affected other people, how other people behaved and how that affected you, and how that has essentially followed you to where you are now. Like chased you down, really. And you're ready to turn 180 degrees and go the other way. Six of Swords, moving on from rough emotional waters to calm emotional waters. You could see this as all 6 swords of the pain of your past, and you just like, you've laid them down now. You've put them into their places and you're ready to move on in terms of mental health.